You're watching Local News Network Durango. I'm Animas High School intern Robbie Patla. What career to pursue after high school or college can be a difficult decision. Animas High School has a solution. As part of its curriculum, Animas High School offers LINK, leading internships for new knowledge. Juniors take 3 weeks off during the spring semester to broaden their minds professionally and work as interns in their desired profession. LINK coordinator Janae Hunderman helps students find internships locally, nationally, and internationally, and supports them as they dive deeper into their passions and possible career paths.
By doing an internship in high school, students are able to practice kind of hands-on something that they are interested in to see if it's a good fit for them. And while they're out in the field, as we call it, they can spend their time with other professionals and ask them questions about what their path was as well, so they can get this really wide view of potential paths that they can choose and be more informed when they're making their own decisions.
Internships also help prevent students from choosing a career they actually may not like. Animas High School started its LINK program with its first graduating class 10 years ago. Hunderman said the program has improved over the years and many community members ask to mentor students year after year. She wants her students to feel like they're actually working in a job and not in class. As part of their internships, students produce a project similar to what a professional would produce.
In the long run, the project gives the students an opportunity to be hands-on rather than following or shadowing a mentor for 3 entire weeks. It gives them the opportunity to really feel like a professional and take on some of those tasks that a professional might actually do. It gives them a more realistic experience of, you are now responsible for this, and these are all the steps that are involved in this type of work.
Students have the opportunity to work in small-scale businesses, corporations, institutions, and everything in between. Students also are required to work full-time to learn about the independence, freedom, and responsibility that they'll find after they graduate. Animas High School junior Ori Riemann is an intern with the Upper Pine Fire Protection District in Bayfield and has been working in the field as an emergency medical technician and firefighter alongside the professionals.
I can do almost everything that they can do to a legal standard, meaning I can't come to a house if it's burning, or I can't provide blood to somebody in the ambulance, but I can be there to see everything, and I can do everything that they'll let me do. Like I said, every time there's a call, I'm always there with them. So it's really cool because I'm getting the ultimate experience as not as somebody just watching everything happen, but I'm actually kind of part of the team, which is really cool.
While learning what it's like to be a firefighter, he wrote a research paper about the importance of firefighter safety as his internship project. He says the internship gave him a new lens to view the future and has learned as much as he can out of the process.
So I really think that this helps people take a grasp on what they really want to do with their lives and a career. And this is a really good time to do it because high school, I mean, all your minds are changing. You think that you have your set idea, but you probably don't. You probably come out of college and you have a totally different idea. And this really helps you understand what you really like and what you don't like. And that's why I think LINK is a great opportunity for that.
To provide students the opportunity to learn all they can from their LINK experience, Janae Hunderman works hard to recruit business professionals to mentor students that want to work in their careers. Students start by meeting with Hunderman to discuss internship interests. They are required to contact potential mentors themselves and then follow up with her. If a student doesn't have any contacts, Hunderman recommends mentors and supports the students as much as she can until they have a confirmed internship.
What I think I'm doing is supporting students to create opportunities to explore their own interests beyond what a traditional school setting can do. So for me personally, the experiences that I had outside of high school rather than inside of high school really shaped who I am and my path, and so I'm trying to give back to students by creating those same opportunities for them to see what the real world is before they have to make decisions about how they want to show up and participate in that real world themselves.
While juniors still have another year at high school, LINK sets them up and gives them the information and experience they need to prepare for a post-secondary education or work after graduation. If you'd like to learn more about the LINK program, visit ahsinternships.weebly.com or visit animashighschool.com. If you like this story and want to watch it again, visit our website at durangotv.com. I'm Robbie Patla for Local News Network Durango.